Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Eva. In today's video, I want to share with you a small update on my seedlings. My corn and the peas have completely outgrown where they are right now, and the peas are actually touching the grow lights. So I've had to improvise and move them to a new grow light station that I kind of made up on the fly because they're too big for where they are now. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to start the video by showing you the bell peppers. For one, they still have not germinated, and today as I filmed this, it's April 11th, and I planted them on March 24th, so it's been 3.5 weeks since I planted them. The second thing is that there's this moldy substance, as you can see, in the bell pepper trays. And I thought it was because I had too much moisture in the potting mix or I was overwatering, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And I only have one little sprout that has germinated, and that sprout is right over there. You can see it right there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about the failed bell peppers, but I will let you know in future videos. Moving on to the peas and the corn. As you can see, they have completely outgrown this setup, and as I said earlier, I had to improvise. The reason I said I don't think there's too much moisture in the trays is because, as you can see here, the peas actually look really dry, and the leaves on most of them are dry even to the touch. I'm hoping by transplanting them, they will make a full recovery. What I'm doing here is I'm transferring the corn out of the foil tray, and I've already separated the row, so all I'm doing is taking them out. And the corn leaves, unlike the peas, which are right next to the corn, don't seem as dry, so again, I'm not sure what's going on with the mold. Next, I'm carefully tearing the bottom of the containers, careful not to damage any of the fragile root systems. Then I choose the strongest and best looking seedlings, and those are going to go into the bucket. I've already determined that I want 5 plants in each bucket only because I don't want overcrowding. Also, full disclosure, you guys, I've never grown corn before, so this is going to be my very first time. And I'm not too worried if this method doesn't end up working out as well as I hope because it's still early in the season, and if worse comes to worse, I can just direct sow more seeds into the raised garden beds once it's warm enough to plant outside. I'm digging deep holes and gently placing the seeds inside. And I'm just finishing up the rest of the seedlings here, making sure they look really good. Next, I give them a really good watering with this squirt bottle. It was so fun to do this, I did not want to stop. The buckets are pre-drilled with 2 holes on the bottom to allow for drainage. Next, I'm showing you the new setup. I bought 4 buckets from Lowe's, filled them up with potting mix, and then I took some extra garden stakes that are not in use right now and I stuck them right in. I bought the light fixtures with the clamp so that they can attach to the stakes, and I can easily move them up and down, depending on how tall the plants get. What I'm doing here is adjusting the light clip to exactly how I want it. It took me a little while to get the hang of it, but once I got the hang of it, it was pretty easy. And overall, it took me about an hour to finish this whole setup. So here is a bucket of corn with the light fixture attached and turned on. I gotta say I'm really happy with this little setup, and I'm glad I did this because I have high hopes that the seedlings are going to do a lot better than when they were in the seed starting pots. Okay, so here is the lighting setup. Since I have 4 light fixtures, I had to get an extension cord, and what I did was I plugged the extension cord into the second outlet on the timer. And it's really handy that the timer has 2 outlets, so I can use one for the shop lights and the other one for the 4 new light fixtures. This way all the lights will go on at the same time every day and I don't have to manually turn them on and off. So here are all 4 buckets. 2 of them have corn and the other 2 have peas. As far as the peas go, I will let them go to full maturity right in these buckets because even though I have 8 plants in each bucket, peas don't require that much space to grow, and the 5-gallon buckets should do just fine.
I'm also going to have to figure out a way to trellis the peas because as you can see, some of them are falling over and I don't want the stems to snap in half because they're really fragile. Overall, I'm happy with how everything turned out with the exception of the bell peppers.
This brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. In next week's video, I will be sharing with you how I fertilize my seedlings because it's almost time to fertilize them. If you haven't already checked out my 2 previous videos, I will link them in the description box down below. And if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave them down below as well. And with that being said, I will see you in my next video. Bye!